Welcome to GEPL Capital's another market outlook video. I'm Sanket Bendre from the research team. And in today's video, we will be discussing some of the key updates that happened in the last week, as well as since it is a result season. So we will discuss certain companies' results and how they perform. So without any further ado, let's move with the video. So let me share my screen beforehand so that we can have a better detailed presentation on this. Okay, then I hope my screen is visible. So yeah. So as I mentioned, so we will be discussing some of the key highlights that happened in this week. So the first and the foremost will be on the free trade agreement. So this is not with the US, but this is with European Union, which is one of the major trader of with India. So if we see, India and European Union will be signing an FTA on 27th of January during its 16th annual summit between both the regions. So if we see for India, the FTA we will give a better access to approximately European 18 billion market with over 400 million people, whereas US whereas this agreement with EU will see reduced tariffs and a greater access to the world's largest market, that is India. So plus for both the sides and win-win for both the sides. So this will be a key update to watch out for on 27th of January. The next will be on the domestic front. If we see, India's consumer inflation rose to 1.33% in the month of December, accelerating from 0.71% in the prior month. So the rise in this CPI was mainly driven by food prices, whereas fuel and light inflation rate eased in the month of December. The lower inflation print is likely to keep the hopes of one last rate cut alive in the upcoming Fed meet, US India's RBI meet. So if we see why I'm saying this is still a lower inflation print. So if you think it is lower than the RBS range of 2 to 4%, it is very low of 1.33%. So as a result of that, we can see some rate cuts in the upcoming RBS meet. So on the another update, so for the second time, the US Supreme Court has refrained to issue a decision on the legality of President Donald Trump's global tariff regime. So as we know, a 50% tariff has been imposed on India, as well as some other countries is also facing tariff headwinds. But however, India is facing this headwind on a larger front due to the 50% tariff hike. So most of these tariffs are really considered to be illegal. However, a detailed report on this is yet to be issued by Supreme Court, whether it is illegal or not. So if we see on Wednesday, Supreme Court had a meeting. However, it was delayed, and Supreme Court has further refrained to post the detail very soon. So basically, the court hasn't said when it will issue its next opinion, but it could schedule this decisions on Tuesday or Wednesday of the upcoming week. So that will be another key theme to watch out for, like what exactly will be the decision from US Supreme Court. The next will be on the defense sector. So Indian Defense Ministry is going to take up internal discussion for a possible deal worth approximately 3.25 lakh crore for buying 114 Rafale fighter jets from France. If approved, this would be the India's largest ever defense deal and would take number of Rafale jets in the Indian military to 176. So if you see, while the indigenous content in this aircraft would be around 30%, generally such content required made in India deals is around 50 to 60%. However, still a positive side for most of the Indian defense companies, as 30% of these Rafale jets will be prepared within India. So as I mentioned in the start of the video, so results season is ongoing. So let us discuss some results in certain sectors that were resulted by major companies of those sectors in the last week. So on the information technology, the IT sector, if we see TCS, HCL Tech, Infosys, which are one of the tier 1 companies, IT companies, and LTTS, which is another tier 2 company, have posted the financial result. So if we see Infosys, out of uh, out of the tier 1 companies, Infosys has reported strong deal wins, revenue growth, inline EBIT margins, and better than expected FY 2026 revised guidance growth. So on the plus, this is a very positive for a tier 1 IT company, and this has come after a long year of wait. Further, if we see, demand has also improved for Infosys. However, on the flip side, if we see, TCS is reported in online revenue growth and of 0.8% quarter on quarter and a stable profitability. This won't consider to be negative, but still it is stable, and we are seeing some bottoming out in the IT sector as a whole, and most of the companies are should post better results compared to the previous years FY 2025 calendar results. So on the other side, HCL Tech again surprised positively in the third quarter and upgraded the full year outlook. So all in all, if we see the IT company, IT sectors is performing better as compared to the previous 2 quarters. On the financial services sectors, if we see HDFC AMC grow to 61 and other companies as well posted the results, with HDFC AMC posting a solid performance across all the metrics within the quarter. PAT beat was led by a lower operating expense and stronger other income, whereas Grow on the other side delivered a solid third quarter result with market share growth across most of its segments. Similarly, 361 also witnessed a stronger net flows that aided to the wealth ARR AUM growth. So all in all, if we see most of the financial services companies posted a better third quarter of FY 2026 results. On the banking front, if we see Union Bank posted a strong third quarter result with net interest income ahead of the estimates and net interest margins expanding. So as we know, RBI's repo rate cut had impacted most of the banks' NIMs, that is net interest margins. However, now we are with the Union Bank posting the results, we are seeing that NIMs of most of the banks should kind of improve from here on forth. So a positive update from Union Bank. Further, the management under the new MD and CEO, Mr. Ashish Pandey, remains confident of further accelerating growth momentum of the bank. So overall, a very positive update from Union Bank for the third quarter and on the corporate governance part of the company. On key results to watch out for in the upcoming days will be include HDFC Bank and ICICI Bank, which will be posting the results on Saturday, that is 17th of Jan. Whereas Kotak Bank, Axis Bank, Ultratech Cement, ACC, Marico, Cipla should be posting the results in the upcoming week. So this will be some of the key large cap companies and large cap companies to watch out for in this results for the upcoming days. So I guess that's all for today. So thank you everyone for watching this video till here. Do like, share, and subscribe for GEPL Capital's YouTube channel. Thank you.